take them down now. Put them down at 69.
So, there is no format when it comes to this. Whatever the Lord's laying on your heart about what you want to say about somebody else, just as long as it brings the glory and honor to the Lord, that's all that really matters. And folks that have known me for any length of time know my dad's testimony. My dad died when I was 21, so that's already more than half my life ago. And he was only 46 when he died, and I'm 45. So, as I get closer to that birthday, I have to admit it gets a little more poignant each and every time. Especially when I think about how young he must have been, because I'm still young. But God blessed him even in that. He gave him 2 years from the point that he knew he was going to be called home to the point that he called him home. And it doesn't give all of us that time. He didn't give Brother Steve that time. He didn't give a lot of my patients that time. My dad wasn't right when he found out he was going to go to heaven, when he found out he was going to stand before his Maker. But he made it right in that 2-year period of time.
Amen.
And I'm going to go ahead and repeat this because I think it bears repeating. Because so many times, so many people don't feel like they can come to the Lord in their last days. But my dad did. And he said to me when he was on his deathbed, and I mean literally on his deathbed, he said, "Son," he said, I can lay right here, right now. He said, and I can pray that if God, if you'll just heal me, that I'll be in church every time the door's open. He said, I'll be useful. He said, I will serve you all the days that you give me. And he said, but my credit is bad with God. And he said, I'm just thankful to be able to slide under the gate before it's shut. And the funny thing was, I don't know why, but whenever I say that, I always picture him riding a motorcycle when he slides under the gate. And it's funny because it's the story most of you don't know. My dad used to ride a motorcycle he was an avid motorcyclist when I was 4. I remember the motorcycle, and it was one of those little snapshots. And then I remembered it not being there anymore. And Dad didn't tell me until nearly the year that he died why he ever quit riding motorcycles. He quit riding motorcycles because one day he was riding it while he was intoxicated. And he almost drove it off an 80-foot ravine. And it scared him away from never riding a motorcycle again. But I'm thankful because the Lord could have took him that day. The Lord could have took my dad that day while I was still 4 years old. He could have took him all the times he was in NAM. I believe that the disease that finally killed him, he picked up in NAM. But he could have killed him then. He didn't have to come home. My dad graduated from NAM. He graduated from NAM after 3 tours, couple bronze stars with clusters. They never really talked about him. They always say, but one time he did. He said, "I was just too stupid to leave." He was humble that way. I thank the Lord for his humble heart because I didn't pick it up until the Lord got a hold of me.
Amen.
He demonstrated it even though I never had it.
Thank you.
I also want to thank, whether he's in heaven yet or whether he'll be in heaven in 2 days from now, I want to thank him for Philip Lamb because he let me lead him to the Lord just this past week, past couple of weeks. And that goes back to that personal obedience thing. When the Lord's really talking to you, things like sleep become unnecessary, extraneous. He's not going to let you rest until you obey him.
That's right.
And I thank him for the burden he laid on my heart. It's not biblical at all, but I told Scott this is not biblical at all. I want you to know that ahead of time. So you can't say, well, he's going off the farm here. I already said it wasn't. But I do believe in my heart, right here in this flesh, there's a part of me that sees myself when I hand my crown back to Jesus, pointing to that one gem that said Philip Lamb, and said, Lord, thank you for that. Thank you for letting me be part of that.
That's right.
Because I know it wasn't me. But thank you for using a sinner like me.
Thank you.
And that's my 2 cents.